it's impossible for any of us to fathom what it's really like to live there every single day.
So as we speak today, you have 43 million people displaced outside of their home.
People have to reconsider the assertion that because people don't have basic resources, you can't create technology that works.
We now have to have our best minds focusing on the challenges that face the majority of the people.
Because it's hard to get a group of students to the third world, we brought the third world to them.
One of the things that certainly Stephanie and Hunter have wanted to do was to show how technology and engineering can interact to bring about issue resolutions throughout the world.
We realize that this week is not providing a single meal, shelter, or job to anyone in extreme poverty. If this week brings together students, experts, and entrepreneurs to focus on ways that we can actually turn a dialogue into greater action, well, then we actually have accomplished something meaningful this week.
If we're looking for a new marketing opportunity, we only have to wait 3 months and there'll be another natural calamity somewhere in the world. We see in Japan and in Haiti, they come with an absolutely grim regularity.
The idea behind the Living Village was to put together a collection of unique examples of engineering and humanity coming together.
To date, we've actually shipped the Habitat, about 30 of them, to Haiti, where they're being used as shelters in 2 or 3 different locations. And in Kenya, they're being used as economically sustainable businesses there.
Most of the severe social and economic problems the world faces today are best solved by the private sector and people who can bring resources to bear and create powerful incentives to rally others around the cause.
Building practical solutions that have markets, that under which markets develop, is, in my view, ultimately the only way to solve problems, shy of having government do it. I don't think you can donate your way out of a problem.
The poorest people in this world are perhaps the ones who have to be most entrepreneurial because they need to be entrepreneurial to survive.
Here we are sitting in the groves of academia, right? Thinking theoretically, well, no. The Institute says we're going to go beyond that. We're going to give sort of resources to that because you got to have that in the first place.
The Hunt Institute really talked to my heart because of this intersection of engineering and humanity.
We're not coming in to say, oh, here's something to make your life better. We want to find out what it is that they think would make their life better.
This is really the next frontier for engineering, is really attacking problems on a global scale that have just eluded us for centuries, if not millennia.
That to graduate from SMU, you got to have a heart and a soul. And to graduate from SMU, you've got to have the spirit of service. And to graduate from SMU, you've got to know that you got to give back your whole life.
Students today seem to be much more globally focused, and what's phenomenal is there's incredible heart in these students.
This whole event is just important to raise awareness of the way other people live. You know, it kind of gets us out of our little bubble here in America, you know, and to really open our eyes to other places and the conditions that they face.
To actually be living as a refugee would be really, really difficult because the noise level is actually pretty incredible. So to have to sleep with listening to your neighbors talk all the time would be a little bit tough.
I actually prefer living in here more so than my dorm. It's very comfortable, surprisingly. It's cool during the day when it's hot, and then it's warm at night when it's cold.
Somehow we've gotten on the path in the last, half a century that engineering is just in making high-end products, but engineering is problem solving. And when we look at some of the problems facing the earth, I think that's exactly what it's here for.
If I make the right kind of tools and supply them to the 4 billion people that right now don't have money, they might create jobs, create opportunities, create wealth, and then you've created customers and partners, and that's 4 billion people. That's a lot of people. That's a big market.
They want the same as anybody. They want a roof over their head, some future for their kids, and a sense that, there's a better possibility out there.
We could give those individuals a sense of there is something more to live for than just existing day to day. that there is something to look forward to give to their children, that they have a sense of purpose and they have a sense of dignity.
We've always felt like the global poor needed us somehow rather than needed to be empowered with their own strength. And so at the very core of this mission is to really transfer power to them, so they have ideas, they have resources, and they can create markets that will sustain their growth for tens, if not forever, really.